Hello, I'm Ella Camp and I go to Centennial High School.
Hi, I'm Chloe Mintz and I go to Long Reach.
Hey, I'm Sophia Wang and I go to Mount Hebron High School.
Ridge Schwartz and I go to Centennial.
Hi, my name is Alan Romack and I'm from Oakland Mills.
Hi, I'm Chris Bardini and I go to Appleton High.
Compost crew!
Howard County is filled with beautiful water features, forests, and other nature, all of which are key to a good environment. But that is at risk with climate change. Climate change is causing 30% of the carbon dioxide emissions to be picked up by the ocean, which causes it to become more acidic and less possible for more species to live in those habitats. Hurricanes will become more powerful and more frequent. According to NASA, the drought of a large hurricane level 3 or above from 2005 to 2015 only happens once every nearly 200 years. It is also feared that climate change could cause the water level to rise another foot by 2050. Maryland is pretty vulnerable to these climate changes. These changes could heavily affect the agricultural industry with longer droughts and harsher heat waves, which could cause massive crop production reduction. With rising sea levels, this could lead to more flooding, erosion, and property damage.
Like I was just mentioning, composting is beneficial. So in a number of ways, one of them is that the diversion up front, but then when you actually create the product, compost, from the materials that you're using, your food scraps and your yard trim and maybe some other organic material you might use, you're creating a very natural product that breaks down, creates a very natural product that can be reused. It does have some its characteristics make for a really good soil amendment. So in soils, especially say in Howard County, where most of the native soils here are silts and silty clays. So, it really is a great organic soil amendment to put and mix into the soil here to allow things to grow.
I think it's so great, first of all, because it just diverts trash, what isn't really trash, from a regular landfill. And we've seen some crazy statistics that, like upwards, you guys probably know better than I do, upwards of 40% of the trash that's put into typical landfills would be compostable otherwise. And so if we're able to keep that out of the landfill, that's great for us off the bat. We're not paying to bring it somewhere else or store it or bury it or do whatever we do with traditional trash. But then the actual environmental benefits of composting is that you retain locally here in our own earth, in our own gardens, the nutrients and the value of that compost as degrading material. And I'm sure, some scientists could tell you all about carbon capture and all that kind of stuff, but it keeps material that has value in the right place here at home.
Our next question is, could you give us a brief explanation of Feed the Green Bin and how you sign up for it?
Oh my gosh. Right now, it's a program that's only offered in some limited areas. I think in my District 1, there's parts of Elk Ridge that actually get it, but I don't think anywhere in the Centennial District has it, right? You guys can't do it at home, can you?
No.
Yeah. So I think they rolled it out as a prototype to see if people would participate. And I think, there were the main criteria probably in designating where it would start would be where there's the most densest populations, so that a truck isn't driving, half a mile before he picks up the next green bin. So right now, how you sign up is mostly limited to what zip code you put in or your street address when you sign up online. But I think the hope is that it is well received, it's well used, and that whatever the county is doing on the processing side makes enough sense financially that we would expand it and hopefully, get it countywide. But right now it would be going to the DPW website and signing up and getting the you can't do it now.
Oh, Feed the Green Bin. So Feed the Green Bin is a education and outreach piece that we developed here. Our food scrap bins our organic bins, and they can be filled up with leaves, sticks, food scraps, whatever. Feed the Green Bin is just a play off of, we want food scraps, that's food, feed the green bin, put it in the green bin, put it curbside to be collected. And it's part of one of a number of outreach programs that we have. Also, we named one of our websites feedthegreenbin.org because we thought it would be easier for people to remember that instead of some alphanumeric URL that the county uses for some ridiculous reason. So feedthegreenbin.org is the URL. That's all you need to remember. It's printed on the bins. It's everywhere. And so you just go to that and it tells you all the information you need to know about our organics program and food scraps program.
Feed the Green Bin is an excellent program for composting. It is a government-run program meant to allow for people to compost much easier. It works in conjunction with the Alpha Ridge landfill. It allows for easy composting of food scraps, yard trim, and other compostable materials. To see a full list of compostable materials, please check their website. Feed the Green Bin has 2 different bins, an outdoor one and an indoor one, where the scraps are put until taken outside. The first step for food scraps is to put the leftover food into the indoor bin. Your bin is a small size and can be used with a compostable bag if wanted, but is not required. Next, when the indoor bin is full, you bring the bag out like you would the trash and put it into the green bin, and that's all there is. You put out the green bin the same day you would put out the recycling if you are in the compost collection area. To see if you're available for this area, please go to feedthegreenbin.org, which directs you to the Feed the Green Bin page on the Howard County website. If not, you can still bring your compost to the Alpha Ridge landfill.
But I take COVID very seriously, and I don't, even though we keep going forward with some of the processes, as though we were still in a George Banneker room and as though we were still legislating like normal people and engaging the public like normal times, I don't think that that's really a fair assessment of where we are. And so I've kind of stepped back from moving forward what would have been my wheelhouse, which is the environmental side and the school side, because you can see that we just aren't getting the level of engagement. People aren't writing in emails, not even mean ones. We're just not getting any emails. People aren't showing up to testify. And when they do, they say like half their stuff with mute on and they don't, they're not heard. So I've tried to, stay back and not be the cause for why someone would have to turn away from their kids trying to homeschool or do whatever at home so that they can participate in something that otherwise would be really important to them. That said, if this goes on another 6 months, we're going to lose the whole year or more of a 4-year term where, you're conflicted. Do I continue to try and advance what I thought I was elected to do, or do I, sit back and tend to more COVID related things? So that's, I think, the bind.
In order to know if you are in the area, go to their website and search their collection sign up. Type in your address and it will tell you if there's a collection route for where you live. If you don't live in one, you can still backyard compost. To learn more about composting if you're not in the collection area, please go to the Howard County website and search backyard composting for more information. This shows information such as how to make your own backyard compost made out of wooden pallets. Backyard composting is also a great solution. It's just composting using something else instead of a plastic bin, usually a wooden pallet reformed to hold the material, but it can be others.
I started composting because we have always tried to be as environmentally conscious as we can be. We're crazy about recycling. We're crazy about, reducing plastic when we can, just all of the things. And when we moved here 3 years ago, we finally had the outdoor space. The outdoor space to be able to do it.